When I was 14, I planned my wedding.
This one's wife, headed for divorce again. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Something called Live Mint queries whether Harry and this one's wife are headed for divorce. What evidence do they have for this speculation? Well, the article explains the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, and his wife, Duchess this one's wife, have been plagued by divorce speculations as each continues to attend events alone. Reports said the couple is living completely separate lives. I'm not sure how the report knows that. Is it the case that they know that they live in separate locations, that they only ever come together for the purposes of publicity, and even now they're not doing that as much? It doesn't state. But Radar Online reported that Harry's recent solo trip to Lesotho in Africa, where he was seen smiling ear to ear, has further intensified rumours about his marital woes with this one's wife. Well, pausing there. That has credibility. After all, although he has his faults and his flaws, and he has behaved reprehensibly, the fact is he still remains the victim of a narcissist. Those of you who've been the victim of a narcissist understand what that means and the impact that it has upon you. It also means that when you get freedom from the narcissist, whether it might be a Friday night when the narcissist has gone out and left you to your own devices so you can crack open a bottle of wine and watch a film uninterrupted, or whether the narcissist has gone away for the weekend, or whether the narcissist has moved on and left you alone, you know how much better your life is. You can breathe easier. You're not walking on those proverbial eggshells. Your countenance improves. And so it's the same for Harry. The fact is that when he's away from his handler, he's in a better mood. It's quite understandable because he's not got somebody who's trying to steal the limelight all of the time. He's not next to somebody whose behaviour at times embarrasses him. He's not next to somebody who's prodding him, pressing him, directing him, sniping at him, taking up space that otherwise could be dedicated to something else. And therefore, we've seen repeated instances of when he's appeared with this one's wife, he has looked unhappy. And it's now reported that he was seen smiling ear to ear, because not only is he doing something that he enjoys, being in Lesotho, but he's away from that irritant, that annoyance, his captor. The article continues by explaining the couple is known for joint promotions for charities, but has been seen at such events alone in the recent past. Additionally, the report added that Harry celebrated his 40th birthday with friends, not family. Harry and this one's wife are going to live separate lives and have a blueprint for doing so. They've been drifting apart for a while, with Harry's desire to return to the UK, where his old drinking buddies are, and his hope to return to the very comfortable fold of the royal family, putting a real strain on their marriage. He has hated their bids for stardom, with Netflix and Spotify getting pulled, and them ending up ridiculed, and he's starting to miss England, a source told Radar Online. He used to love going out to the pub and playing sport with his pals, and the life this one's wife wants to lead in LA couldn't be further away from that, and would seem alien to any blue-blooded English man, as it's all about juicing and yoga. His plans to pursue his own activities and tours away from this one's wife is the first sign they are effectively on a trial separation while they work this out. Now again, it is fairly typical of the victim of the narcissist to have their head turned, so that they would perhaps start to do things they ordinarily wouldn't do. In Harry's case, move to another country, take up a particular lifestyle which she has imposed upon him. He liked a few beers, getting to Abracadabra for a large doner, extra onions please. Throwing the beers back in Bonkers Night Spot. But all of that changed, and at first His emotional thinking convinces him that it's for the good. Yes, it's a good idea that I improve my lifestyle, that I get a bit healthier. And this is all new and exciting, and it's shiny and golden. And isn't the weather lovely here compared to Blighty? But as time goes on and he finds that he not only has been ostracised from friends and family and can't do the things with them that he wants to do, but furthermore that he finds himself subjected to the pincer movement of this one's wife and Doria Ragland, although Doria seems to have gone rather quiet as of late. Any thoughts on that, valuable viewers? But also that he's told that he has to be this and he has to do that and he must look this way and he must eat this and he must perform that way. Because as she's got him isolated, she no longer needs to mirror him, but she can impose her form of control upon him. And thus the allure of California and the lifestyle associated with it soon starts to fade. The article continues by explaining the publication reported that sources close to the couple said they remain happy and that it is normal for couples not to do everything together. But remember, what was it that this one's wife once said? That they move like salt and pepper together. They are professionally taking a twin-track approach, the source said, adding that while this one's wife will focus on Hollywood and her business, well, that won't take her long. Hollywood isn't interested in what business? It's not doing anything. Harry will be more involved with his charities and royal work. This definitely feels like he is upping his game to cement his position as a serious player on the international stage. He's always been desperate to be taken seriously, and people I know say his fall from grace will really have got to him, an anonymous source in London told the Daily Mail. Live Mint also continues with a further article which is headlined, Prince Harry desperate for way out of marriage with control freak this one's wife. Apparently, he's looking for a way out of the marriage as they lead increasingly separate lives. And the assertion comes at a time when the royals have been spotted solo at several events, including at least 2 brief trips to the United Kingdom. People noticed this was a more relaxed Harry, who was smiling and clearly relishing meeting with people about things that really matter to him. Harry's given up so much for this marriage, his family, his home, his friends. There's this feeling he's been striving to make this one's wife happy at the expense of his own happiness. And again, that is something that happens with the victim of a narcissist, that they are the ones that sacrifice in order to try and placate and appease the narcissist. But is this something that ultimately means that divorce is on the horizon? Well, it's been mentioned before and nothing happened. Certain commentators have suggested that there would be big events in the near future, and they didn't come to pass. I've explained before that the most likely outcome for this relationship is divorce because of the nature of the dynamic between a narcissist and victim means that either she'll disengage from him or he might just wake up and escape. Naturally, if you have a healthy relationship, there's no need for it to end. You don't end the relationship if it's a good one. You don't escape the relationship if it's a good one. But you don't have that when you're ensnared in the narcissistic dynamic. Sure, certain narcissistic ensnarements endure. That's because there's no disengagement trigger and the victim doesn't escape, but it's not a happy union. Here, it remains the case that it's more likely than not that it will end in divorce because she abuses him, and either one of the disengagement triggers will be hit, she finds somebody to replace him, or he essentially breaks down or becomes too difficult to control, or he actually wakes up and thinks, you can fuck this shit sky high, I'm not putting up with it any longer. Do you think that these recent solo trips are a symptom of him wanting to stay away from her because of the way that she has behaved and he's starting to realise? Do you think there's something else behind it? Do you think he's been away because of concerns about what's been going on with P. Diddy? Do you think it's the case that they're actually already separated and have been for some while? You can share your thoughts in the comments section. What is apparent is that Harry is happier away from the narcissist, as anybody is. And furthermore, that still the most likely outcome for this marriage is divorce. It's just a question of when will it happen. You can let me know when you think it will be. in the comment section. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.